We are live, and we'll just give everybody a few seconds to get caught in here. Welcome, everybody, to our weekly live broadcast. And let's take a look who's already been here waiting. Judy Al is here. Joe is here. Laura is here. Jan is here. Kathy's here. Hubby is smoking a turkey for dinner. Why doesn't he just smoke cigars like everybody else? A little humor there. Little turkey humor. Turkey. Smoking it. Huh. How many hours does that take, Kathy, to smoke a turkey? Hi, Kathy Patterson.
You're making me hungry.
Oh, what? Send out for smoked turkey. Patsy's here. Hi, Patsy. We're just getting ready here for everybody else to come in. Glenna's here. Hello, Glenna. And we'll see who else is joining us. While you're waiting, don't forget to hit the like button. Actually, quite seriously, I've been doing a little research on this, and I thought that was a lot of malarkey that people were going on. Hit the like button and all that kind of stuff. It makes it come up, the algorithm, brings it out more or something, is recommended and whatnot. Well, it actually does. I was surprised. I didn't know that. Kathy says 4 hours.
4 hours to
smoke a turkey. Well, geez,
that's not too bad.
Takes you about that long in an oven. Of course, you're not smoking it in an oven. Designing Jay is here. Hello, Designing Jay. Oh, it's Johanna in West Virginia. And Marilyn's here. Hello, Marilyn. Needlesmith in Georgia is here. Hello, Needlesmith. You never get here. Glad I saw the notice this time. Yeah, well, just for future reference, Needlesmith, we usually go on at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday afternoon. So, if you don't see the notification, you can put it in your calendar, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. If cut up in pieces, yep. Oh, so you cut it in pieces. I suppose you might have to, depending on the size of your smoker. My sister has a smoker.
No, also it depends on how high a temperature you're smoking at. Smokers usually smoke at a low temperature.
Oh, do they? You know this because we have one?
No, just because of
research. Oh, everything. Oh, why? Did you want a smoker?
I've always wanted a smoker. But anyway.
Well, go out and get a smoker.
Yeah, well, no, it's just that I don't know how much we'd use it.
Well, we could do brisket.
Yeah.
Like my nephew does all the time, a brisket. With it. I don't know. I guess. I don't think I've ever really had anything that's been done on a smoker at somebody's place. I mean, it would be good for ribs, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you can do all kinds of things, so I don't know. But whatever. Well, we don't have one of those. Anybody else got a smoker out there? Because we don't. BM's here. Every couple has the smoker. Oh. Get a green egg. Oh, yeah, that's what my sister has.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she's got a green egg, yeah. Dana's here. Hi, Dana. Oh, Dana, you're out in BC? Who are you visiting out there, Dana?
Pouring rain.
Well, isn't that standard for BC? Rain? Who are you visiting, Dana? Or are you just there having a nice little trip? You get around, Dana. I'll have to say that for you. You're a girl that never stays home. Judy's got a smoker and uses it. Well, I suppose we might.
Yeah, we might. I'll have to look into it at some point in time.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we need to look into, like windows. Laura's originally from Nanaimo. Yeah.
Think of Nanaimo bars.
I know, I love them. And they actually do come from Nanaimo, too. At least I read that somewhere, that's where the recipe was created, so that's why they call them that. But anyway, so I guess we can get into things. So you can see we are sporting Walter's latest creations.
Well, actually, they're my old creations from 2 months ago. I finally finished.
Yeah, finally finished. But this is virgin territory here. I'm wearing this for the first time today. And notice you cannot see the pocket. Walter's signature. Invisible pockets. There is one.
Patsy's saying, what's a Nanaimo bar?
Oh, Patsy, you don't know what a Nanaimo bar is? It's basically a chocolatey square that has It has,
I don't know what it has in
well, I've made them. It's basically butter, and I think there might be coconut, and you put chocolate over the top of them. They're a firm kind of bar. I don't know how else to describe them. Look them up. You'll find them.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, Laura says invented by a coal miner's wife. Yeah. Oh, Dana's presently house sitting. Went a bit of a ways to house sit there, Dana. Hi, Teresa. Marilyn likes your shirts. So, yeah, I like it too. And this time I get to wear it in the year that it was made. So what's your latest project? What other
I'm
things are you
doing
working
another
on?
shirt,
Hi,
which I think I
Suzanne.
showed last week, the fabric, but I'm getting a little bit further with it. So I've got the sleeves on, and but I'm doing it in a class. So tomorrow we're doing the collar. It's a little bit different design, and I'm putting the collar is going to be the dark blue instead of the pattern. So
Like that'll be the cuffs are in
that's
this,
the
right?
cuffs, yeah. And then I'm going to put a dark blue. It's like what they call a bowling shirt. So it's going to have a V-neck collar on it and stuff.
Oh, okay. A bowling shirt. I haven't been bowling
Well,
in 1,000
actually, it
years.
was supposed to be a different class in I've done this bowling shirt before, but it was supposed to be a different class to do it like a shirt like Chandler wears on Friends.
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah.
but I don't like that shirt. And the fabric that I got, I was supposed to get a matching fabric to do that sort of bowling design, but I decided, nah,
You keep pointing at something that's not on the screen.
I'll do it a different time. I don't really want to do it right now. Right now, I've got this fabric and I kind of liked it, so I wanted to make it into a regular
Where did
shirt.
you get that fabric?
I got that at Quilter Quilting.
Oh, that's right. The day that we were up
Yeah.
there. Kind of like that fabric.
No.
Oh, it looked lovely on me. Yes. But so many things do. They all look lovely on me. So yeah, so that's all you want. What's the story on the bomber jacket?
Well, I haven't gotten back to that yet. Well, I had other things happen this week, like
Yeah, we're going to talk about. Walter had a horrendous week. If you saw in the title, I made a sort of suggestion to it, but we'll come to that one. So no other projects you've been working on?
no, not
Well-
right now.
Well, you were doing something out with the plants. What you got?
Yeah, I got the pots ready for putting plants out, and I got some plants, and I haven't put them out yet. Because I'm still waiting in case we get frost. So,
Yes, because it's not the 24th of May yet.
however, the forecast says we're not getting frost, but that doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't
so.
mean anything. You'd still have frost, and it's not been unknown to have snow in May as well. So, but right now the weather's really nice. It has been all week. It's 24 Celsius right now. That's like
Mine
downright
says
hot.
27.
Well, I don't know why yours always says less than mine. I'm set for Oshawa.
Yeah, well, it depends on what your phone's connected to. So,
Well, I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. What do you mean connected?
well, it
to?
says 26 on my phone. So,
Maybe I'm connected for someplace different. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Maybe I'm connected to. No, if it was Australia, it'd be hotter than that. But anyways, everybody's loving your shirts and everything like that. I think that deserves a few more likes then. I'm gonna keep bugging you people with this forever. Yeah. But anyways, okay, so that's all you've been working on. So plants, shirts,
teeth.
yeah, we're coming to that. We're coming to that. We're building up to it. Okay, what have I been working on? Well, my sewing machine is in the shop. And yeah, my M7 went into the shop for a general cleaning and for a little bit of a repair on the feed dogs. And you're going to say, why? Because I did something really stupid. No fault of the machines, all my fault. Hi, Jeannie. I decided all I wear for pants in the fall and the winter are black jeans. That's it. My wardrobe consists of about 4 pairs of black jeans. And I'm short. And my inseam has gotten shorter over the years. I used to be 30-inch inseam. But in those days, too, I used to be a 30-inch waist as well. And I used to be able to go in and get a perfect square pair of pants. 30 inseam, 30 waist. I'm not a 30 inseam or 30 waist anymore. That got a little larger, but my inseam got a little smaller. I'm shrinking. I'm going the wrong direction, actually. I'm going more out this way than this way. So I need 28 as far as inseam is concerned. And that's not easy to get, our 28 inch. So usually I have to do with 30 inch jeans. And I don't bother pulling the hem out and hemming them up or anything like that. They just basically drag. And they wear and they fray on the cuff. So I decided the other day that I would cut off that cuff and I would rehem them, fold it up and that, because there was enough material for me to do that with it. And I've done it before, and sew it on, my sewing machine. Well, of course, it's jeans. So what did I do wrong? Well, it's quite a few things, actually. One, I should have used a jeans needle. I was using a titanium needle. Two, you get to that part where the seam is down the leg of your pant, and when you're folding that over, you basically have this knob that you're trying to go through. Now, I know. So you can all call me an idiot. That's fine. I don't need anybody making other suggestions for this, because I know what I did wrong, and I still did it. That's the idiot part. So I decided to, just carry on sewing away. I did slow down my machine, but the needle went down and it couldn't go any further. It jammed, broke the needle, and I took it out. So I went, okay, I really need what do we call it? A hump jumper?
Yeah.
Whatever, little bracket. And I knew about that too. So I decided to give it another run at it, put it in a brand new needle, everything.
You can actually use just a piece of cloth folded over a few times, too.
Yeah, but I have a hump jumper.
Oh, okay, if you don't have that.
Yeah, well, I have one. I have several, actually. I think every one of my sewing machines that came with a hump jumper. But anyway, so I get out the hump jumper, I get that in there, and the whole bit. I slow down the machine, and I do it again. I get halfway through the knob, and smash, bang, boom, horrible noise, the whole bit. So I kind of worked my way around the hump when I put in the third needle, and didn't worry about it. So fine, I got them hemmed up, whatever, and then I put them on, and I think they're too short. But hello, the 70s called. They want the flood pants back. Of course, that might be because I'm an old man, and our waists start about here, like all the time. I'm constantly pulling up my pants. I used to laugh about that. Old men with their waists up to here, pulling up their pants all the time. I think I get it now from that. So, anyways, I want to do some other sewing, and I'm noticing my fabric's kind of being pulled under the foot by the feed dogs crooked. And I'm going, what's this all about? Well, there was a little bit of fluff stuck in one of the feed dog brackets, so I cleaned that all out. Now, so I came to the conclusion, yeah, I kind of wrecked my feed dogs. So into Ultimate Sewing it went on Tuesday with a note to Roy, the technician there. It was due for a cleaning anyways and a general tune-up, so, well, now it's in there. So I don't know, I'm hoping I'll get it back sometime next week. Usually they don't take longer than a week with them, so I have a feeling I'll get a call probably on Tuesday telling me it's ready to pick up and how much I need to pay for that, and Roy will probably be calling me an idiot. Well, he never calls me that, but I know he's thinking it.
Well, when I go over those big humps, I always try to go really slow. I sometimes hand crank it through.
Yeah, I know these things. Why didn't I do those things? Because
Could
I'm
have
an
hammered
idiot.
it down too.
Actually, I know these things. Why didn't I do them? I'm an idiot. What was really the most idiotic thing to do is I should have had you do it for me.
Yeah, I know.
It's a garment. I don't do garments. Either that. But anyways, so yeah, we'll see what happens from that. So who haven't I said hello to? I say hi, Jeannie. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Em. I think I said hello to Teresa, but if I didn't, hello, Teresa. So Patsy says, hubby has the same problem. 28-inch seam used to be 30 inches. Yeah, you shrink as you get older. Em says, Walter, how do you choose fabrics for shirts? I mean, like cotton, poly linen. I find it difficult to tell fashion fabrics and quilting or craft fabrics apart.
Well, it depends on what I'm doing. We're actually right now, a lot of times for these kind of shirts, I just use quilting cotton because I like the patterns that it comes in. And it sews pretty good, and they tend to wash out after a while. That's the only problem. You can use poly cotton. You can use poplin. You can use almost anything for shirt.
Ransack?
Any kind of fabric that you like, pretty much, except for maybe a knit. You can use linen if you like. You may have to stabilize it a little bit though. But
what's poplin?
poplin is a type of shirting type material. It's a cottony.
Does it pop?
Yeah. I don't know. Some of the shirts you buy in the stores are made from poplin. So.
No. Okay. Well, I don't know. I can never tell.
So you can, it's kind of up to you what you decide to use for shirt. The one problem I have with a lot of the poly cottons is the patterns are boring. They're like stripes, pale dots, or they're very boring fabrics. So a poly cotton would be good. Probably it's a little bit more durable for washing. But I never seem to find any fabrics that have patterns I like in them, so I don't bother with them that much. And I kind of stick with the quilting cotton, so they seem to work okay. They seem to wash okay.
Except for that one shirt I was wearing yesterday that you made a year or so ago.
Yeah, I know it. It will over time tend to fade.
But someone told me, I mentioned that on So Chatty this week, and someone's put in a comment saying, don't use dryer sheets with quilting cotton because it will make the fibers go softer or something, and it'll make it look like it's been worn.
Yeah, but you don't usually.
But I don't use.
I use dryer sheets.
I don't use dryer sheets.
That's
the only shirt I've had that with.
Yeah, well, it could be just the type of cotton it is. It's a slightly different type of cotton.
Because all the other shirts have washed fine, no problem.
Yeah,
with them. So
I've made a linen shirt, and I've made, but it's a different style of shirt, which I never wear because it's linen. There's different types of fabric for different projects. Like if you want to use jersey, you can't really make a shirt like this out of jersey. You have to use it for like either a t-shirt or a golf shirt.
Why?
Because it would probably stretch too much for this kind of shirt. So,
Hi, Fidel.
So you can buy a book or look online, and they can suggest what you. Actually, they don't. Good quality quilting cotton does not tend to crinkle that bad after a while.
I do not iron them. What I do is our dryer has a cool down setting. So after it gets to the point where your clothes are just about completely dry, it turns off the heat and tumbles it. And as long as you don't leave it sitting inside the dryer for hours on end.
Now, mind you live in an Asian country, humid, and they often tend to have smaller washing machines that they spin the crap out of out of your clothes. So that might be what your problem is.
Yeah, I just take it right out of the dryer when the dryer is done. I just give it a little shake, and then I hang it up in the closet. So I never iron them because I hate ironing, which is kind of ironic when you're making quilts. But that kind of ironing I don't mind. Pressing I don't mind. But ironing shirts, no, I've always hated that. In fact, so much so that back in the day, any shirt that I bought had to be polyester or a polyester blend, like 80% polyester, 20% cotton or something like that, because I refused to iron shirts.
But if you're having a problem with it crinkling, you would probably be better off to try and stick to a poly cotton or a polyester blend fabric to keep for a shirt instead.
Yeah. Marilyn says, were you using your walking foot? No, Marilyn, I wasn't using my walking foot on that, and I don't think I would have been able to have used my walking foot on it. In fact, that would have been even more of a disaster, because that would have probably wrecked the AccuFeed if I had done that on mine. Yeah, when I'm talking hump, I'm talking a big hump, okay? I'm not talking a little thing like this. I'm talking, an inch.
Yeah, and North American washing machines are often fancy.
Yeah.
Have lots of features on them.
Yeah, true, which you never use most of them, but, that's weird. Hi, Bryce.
Somebody asked about what plants I was getting, and but right now I just have some vegetable plants like tomato and herbs, and I have a pepper plant and stuff like that. A little later this week, I'll probably getting some flowering plants for the front porch, and maybe some.
You didn't buy any cherry tomato plants yet?
Oh yeah, I did.
Did you
have some? Yeah.
Because the chipmunks have been asking.
Yeah.
They're going, when are you going to get those cherry tomatoes out there? Because we're just licking our lips waiting to get at them. The little buggers. So we do have another plant. My sister gave me at Easter time a potted lavender. I have never had a lavender plant before. In fact, I didn't really know that we could
actually
here.
We can, but it won't last over the winter. So, but I saw in the store where I was buying plants. They had small lavender plants that you could put in the garden too.
Oh. Well, it's sitting out on our deck at the moment. It was on the kitchen table. I don't know if it's alive or dead. But maybe if anybody's grown lavender, can give us some tips on that, especially like more so in our temperature, our climate, or whatever. I don't know if you just shove it in the front yard or something, whether it's going to come up. It doesn't smell really. Well, it does sort of, but you sort of have to rub the flowers a little bit to get any scent out of it. I always associate lavender with a really strong, that lavender smell.
Yeah. Jules says there's a method to hem jeans using a fold that avoids creating a hump.
Oh, yeah? Well, okay. When I say I was hemming them, what I was doing was lobbing off the cuff, the bottom, and just folding it under a couple of times, as you would for a raw edge on something, and sewing it that way. I didn't take the seam apart or anything like that. So I had this, that's another reason. Okay, I'm an idiot, I know. I should have just thrown it on the serger, but of course the cuff wouldn't look that great on that. Here's Future Cat's here. Hi, Future Cat. Oh, yes, well, it's tomorrow for you, isn't it, Future Cat? Janet says lavender's supposed to keep mosquitoes away. Whoa.
Yeah, there's another stuff. Somebody was buying lemongrass to keep mosquitoes away. And there's another plant somebody said at the nursery, but I didn't overhear what it was, and that apparently keeps mosquitoes away, but I don't know what it was.
Well, marigolds are supposed to keep bugs away.
Yeah, I know.
Too. I don't know if they have any effect on mosquitoes or not. We have lots of mosquitoes.
Well, any of the time I've planted marigolds, they never kept them away. So
Bryce says we have a mint plant right outside my back door, and it's from my partner's grandparents. The original came from Italy, and now we have a giant bush of it. Oh, so do you use it, or just look at it, Bryce? Do you actually use the mint leaves? We had a mint plant, didn't we, last year?
Yeah, we did, but it's not hardy in our area. So.
Yeah, they don't last too long in our area. Laura says, yes, lavender is a perennial. Just plant and water to establish in a way it will grow.
But according to what it says on what I looked for on the lavender thing, it didn't said it wasn't hardy for Ontario.
Well, maybe there's different varieties of lavender.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look. Maybe they had one that was the one that I looked at, the potted one your sister gave us.
Yeah.
Wasn't hardy for area.
Well, I am not a fan of lavender. Well, you know why? I don't know if they still do this, but at fairs and things like that, and carnival-like things, there's always somebody with a cart selling those little wicker baskets full of lavender sachets or whatever they call them, and all you can smell is that lavender smell. And lavender in small amounts, as far as the smell is concerned, is okay, but when you get overwhelmed with it, it smells like some old lady just farted.
Jules says you don't have to dismantle the seam. With this method, you can retain the original hem. Actually, you probably can look up.
I'll have to look for that and see. Adam's here. Hi, Adam.
Can anyone join the Men Who Quilt group?
Yes, I'm sure. Bryce, that's true, isn't it? I mean, they let me in. So, yeah. Laura says you can keep it in the ground. You don't need to dig it up in the winter. Okay. Bryce says they use the mint for multiple things. Adam says English lavender is more hardy than French. Maybe that's, yeah, because oftentimes on those stands you see them, they'll say
Yeah.
English lavender.
Yeah, actually,
So-
I don't know. I should take a look at
Yeah.
that place I bought the plants and see if, yeah, citronella plants.
Yeah, citronella plants supposed to. I think my sister put in citronella
Yeah.
plants or something.
We could use 1,000,000 of them. In
Yeah,
our
we need a
backyard.
lot. Yeah. If we just train the bats not to come in the house, let them go out there. They like the mosquitoes. They eat them. There's lots of varieties. English lavender is the best for Ontario. Yeah, I don't know what ours said it was. It just said lavender, didn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
The chipmunks can't get to the tomatoes. Ha ha.
Oh, that's for she got hanging baskets.
Oh, hanging baskets for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, they don't seem to get to the ones on our deck very much. It's the
Which-
ones on
yeah.
that I planted in the garden that they seem to like better.
Yeah, actually, you don't very seldom see a chipmunk up on our deck.
Yeah.
Underneath the deck, they like to
Yeah.
come in and sit there all the time. Oh, Eddie's here. Hi, Eddie. Oh, how'd that go, Eddie? There's a YouTube video. Patsy says hemming jeans. Sell them. Yeah, I should look that up, or I just get Walter to do it when I need it done the next time, because I don't like doing it. Bryce says it's only one admin for the whole group. It's men only, but yes, at Adam Stores you can join. Yeah. Actually, I thought maybe we would have had a thing today, a sew day, because I thought Dave was talking about having it like every other week or something like that. So I guess he wasn't really available for it. It's okay, I didn't have anything to do anyways. Versus dust your plants with cayenne pepper. It burns their noses and they won't be back.
I don't know. I tried that last
Mm-hmm.
year and it didn't seem to help.
No, but they kept running up with little plates and checkerboard napkins on, going, can we have some spaghetti with this and some meatballs, please? You'd have to, hi Donna, you'd have to meet our chipmunks. They are...
We have a lot of wildlife. It couldn't
Yeah.
be just. It might not be just chipmunks. It might be squirrels too. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be the squirrel. Oh, we have tons of squirrels as well, and the bunnies. I don't know. Bunnies might. Well, they can't get up high enough in those pots, I don't think.
Yeah, actually, it might be. Patsy might have a good idea. Maybe I should put a plant down there because it keeps them from coming upstairs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so the chipmunk tomatoes.
Yeah.
Hi, Wendy. Yeah, we had lots of wildlife. Like, it's been so warm here the last couple of days, and we don't want to turn on the air conditioner yet. So we had the windows open, and last night, of course, I go to bed earlier than Walter, and the house was just staving. So we had the bedroom windows all open to see if we get a breeze coming through. Of course, they have screens on them and everything. And when I'm laying there, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's a frog or what creature it is, but it sounded like an old man horking up a loogie constantly. And then it would go quiet and I go, good, something ate it. No, it was right back at it again. And then we had kids in the back. See, we have a Boy Scout reserve backs onto us. And at this time of the year and right now and into the first part of the summer and that, there will be different groups of kids, school-age kids. I don't know if it's like a trip or something, some kind of event. And they'll be all out there. And at night, they're all with their flashlights, right? Running through the forest, scaring the coyotes or whatever. I'm hoping that one of the coyotes would just, all you hear is some kid going, oh no! And then, yummy. But they were out there too as well. But these are things you don't hear when we have the windows closed. Or you hear the neighbors next door having a good time in their little blow-up hot tub. Not this year.
That's another story. Their blow-up hot tub is not
Their
working.
blow-up hot tub blew up. Yeah. So that's another story for another day. Okay, what are people saying? Bryce says, he may be busy. I have to text him later and see what's going on since I missed the last one. Yeah, they're fun. I always enjoy it. So you'd enjoy it too, Adam. Margaret lost most of her tomatoes last year by squirrels. Yeah. Adam says they have lots of rabbits. They eat our neighbor's salad she has growing. I watch them out the bedroom window like living next door to Mr. McGregor. Yeah.
Yeah, we got lots of those too. Rabbits like crazy.
Oh yeah, but rabbits can't climb.
Yeah.
So we grow lettuce as well. In fact, I just love growing the lettuce because
We grow lettuce on our deck, so in
Yeah.
a pot, so it's
but salads taste so much better when it's the stuff you've grown out of your own garden and that. And we can usually get, like, we just keep planting it all through the whole summer. So I wish we could bring it indoors.
Yeah, it's Boy Scouts. I don't know. They must have other groups there. And I guess they must have Girl Guides there once in a while.
Yeah.
It's funny in the summertime when they'll have a camp on the weekend. Or actually, it's usually this time of year. In the summer, it doesn't happen that much.
No, in the middle of summer. It's
But
pretty
usually
quiet.
in the spring and the fall, they have these camps. And if there's a thunderstorm that rolls by and it's girls there, you hear them all screaming when there's a thunderclap.
Okay, Bryce. Thanks for coming. See you later. So anyways, yeah, I like it when we have all the things growing on the deck. It's nice to go out and to pick your salad fresh. But you know what I've found this year? We've been buying more, and actually it was more expensive, but instead of buying iceberg lettuce, the price on iceberg lettuce has gone up considerably. We've been buying that living lettuce, which is, you have the root and it's already it's in a container that you just put a little water and put in your fridge. It lasts for quite a long time and tastes very fresh with that. So now it depends. Sometimes it can be a little bit pricey. Other times it's not too bad. So we've been buying that, though, a little. It's just nicer. So, but it's nice to have your own. So, what have I been doing? Well, I made a couple of projects this week. Well, one's not done, one is done. I'll show you a picture here. And that's not what I'm looking for. Where is it? Here it is. And I switch the camera. Okay, come on. No, what gives? All right. Every time I do this. Okay. Come on. Here we go. All right, this is what I'm talking about. So this is a by Annie pattern, and that she is famous for all the patterns she has for bags and things like that. And so this one I've had for a while. I think I got this pattern free when I bought some other stuff, probably about a year ago. It's called the Peacekeeper Project Bag, and it's a little deceiving. It doesn't look like it holds that much, but right now I'm keeping my block of the month pieces in there, and it took me an afternoon basically to put it together. By Annie, if you've never done a bag by Annie, her instructions are excellent, and she always has an add-on video that you can purchase, or sometimes in the case of this it was free, and she takes you through it step by step, and her videos are excellent. So well done and very clear. And yeah, actually I originally I thought I'd make it for my sister, for her to put. She does cross stitching and put stuff in, because somebody was talking last week about things she could make for cross stitchers. But I decided to keep it for myself. Of course, knowing my sister, she'd just look at it and go, yeah, I've got lots of bags. I don't need it. Okay, fine. Thank you. Gift horse. Whatever. With it. So I've got several other bags and the stuff to make those bags laying around, but I haven't gotten to them yet. I've got one for a huge Mary Poppins bag that has a steel frame that goes in it, and I've got the steel frame and everything. I bought it quite a while ago, and I've never made it. I should do that. But anyway, so that, and I'm working right now on this. It's an In the Hoop project. It's a table runner. It looks a little funny in this picture because of the angle I took the picture at. It's not sewn together yet. I just finished the blocks earlier today. So it will have a backing on it and everything like that. I don't know if I'm particularly thrilled with my color choice on this, but it's bright. And I like doing In the Hoop things, so that's why I did that. But yeah. So those are two projects. Then I got to get working on my block of the month, because we had our class the other day, and I'm kind of waiting for my sewing machine to come back so I can get on with that. And of course I have the Elephant in the Room quilt, which I call the Quilt from Hell with Glowing Hearts. That's the Canadian one that I'm working on, and hopefully the next few pieces of it will go better now that I've figured out what the problem was with my 1/4 inch seam allowance. But anyway, such is life with all those kinds of things. So yeah, I just can't see the comments here because I haven't got that screen up. Here. Where's the button? There's the button. There we go. So what are people saying?
Scroll back a bit. I think we missed some stuff.
Oh, we did. We've missed a few things here. Okay, just bear with us, people. Okay. Adam says we're going to try
Cucamelons.
cucamelons.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of cucamelons. What are they? A cross between a melon and a cucumber? Donna Ritchie says, "Hi Donna, I have lots of chipmunks. I was watching another video and the lady said get tool online at eBay. I earned some today for $12.91 for 40 yards."
What? Put it over your plants?
Yeah, do you put it over your plants?
I have chicken wire out in the garage. I was thinking of maybe doing something with chicken wire.
Yeah, but that looks ugly.
Yeah, so what? Who cares?
Well,
Somebody goes in their
you
backyard.
get some tool with a little bit of sparkle in it,
Yeah.
blitz it up. Then you'll find all the chipmunks running around the yard wearing them on their heads in like long gowns. Look, we're formally dressed for eating your tomatoes. Marlene says you need to check out the hemming jeans failures. You have to cut off the bottom ridge and shorten them. Works fab. Okay, I'll have to check that. Adam says,
Yeah, actually, you did cut the bottom off.
yeah, but she says you don't have to cut off the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Original hem to shorten them.
Well,
But-
yeah, actually, you might have had less of a hump then.
Yeah, actually, because you wouldn't have raw edge and you
Yeah.
just sew it.
Yeah.
Oh, now, yeah. Where were you earlier, Marlene? Jeez, I get it. Okay, that would work. Ooh, Steve, was it a good make? I want to try that one. I've just got the travel bag 2-point pattern by Annie. Yes, it was really easy to make. And as I said, the instructions are really clear. You don't have to use mesh in it. You could just use a solid front, but the idea, or you use a vinyl in it as well. But the idea is, I guess, so you can see what's in the bag. But I have found any pattern I've ever done by Annie, they are all excellently written. And Donna says chipmunks and squirrels don't want to get feet caught in the tool. It keeps moths from laying eggs on plants. Huh. Okay. Well, maybe that's an idea. And Laura says, I like your Annie bag. My aunt, who was a quilter, made me a couple. I love them. Thanks, Rebecca. Thanks, Kathy. For me, the yellow doesn't go well with the other colors, but that burgundy is gorgeous. Okay, Laura, I didn't ask for your opinion. You're supposed to humor my ego and say, oh no, Steve, no, the colors are wonderful. No, you were so good at that. I want to see some more likes here, people. I'm starting to feel depressed. No, you're right, Laura. I mean, yeah, I don't really care. It's more or less the process. I may throw it up
Teresa, you're cruel.
What's she say?
Best part of camping is chipmunk fishing.
Chipmunk fishing? Tie a peanut to the end of a fishing line, toss it in the bushes, reel them in. Hilarious. Works on red squirrels too. Walter won't let me feed the chipmunks when they come.
No, because we have enough of a problem here.
But they're so cute.
I mean, they were crawling around on the inside of the garage. They actually chewed a hole into the bottom of our garage door on the edge.
Oh, did they?
We got a hole underneath there. They chewed a hole to get into the garage.
Through the rubber?
Through the rubber? No, there's a rubber piece that goes around the edge of the garage.
Oh.
Okay, if you look at one of our garage doors, it's got a hole in it.
I thought that was just because it got stuck in the ice.
No, chipmunks chewed it off. And to get in, because they were getting into our attic through the garage.
Oh.
That's why I put the traps out in the garage.
Oh, well, they didn't work.
Yeah, they did. What?
What, the traps?
Yeah.
You mean the live traps?
Yeah, the live traps.
Oh, so when we took them for a little ride.
Yeah.
Took the chipmunks out for
I
a little ride.
relocated them.
Yeah, humane traps. We don't kill them. Margaret says, I used tool, did nothing, keeping squirrels out. They ate holes in it. Well, the squirrels tend to be very, very destructive.
Yeah.
And they can
so
be,
are the chipmunks.
Well, yeah, but they're cute. They're so cute.
The chipmunks, we accidentally left some cushions out on the chairs
Yeah.
in the winter in a covered part of our deck, and
They ripped the stuffing
they
out of
ripped
them.
the stuffing out.
Yeah. Actually, there was something that nested a few years ago up in the ceiling of our
That was squirrels.
that was a squirrel. But what the thing was, Walter had put that corrugated plastic underneath our deck up in the top to waterproof it, and we sit under there, and that's where our hot tub is, and it's a screened-in area under there. Well, a squirrel one year, this is back a while ago, quite a while ago, he built a nest for the winter up between like where that corrugated plastic was and underneath the beams from the deck above, and that's where he was.
Yeah, because there was a board that was loose, and they managed to get through the board that was loose to get into that area.
But anyways, Walter took down the plastic at one point and pulled it all out. That squirrel had put all kinds of crap up there to make his nest, but he put in there a rag doll. Not a small one. A big one, about this big.
The kid's doll.
A kid's doll.
Yeah.
I
don't know how he got it in there.
How he got it in there, I have no idea. That squirrel was definitely industrious.
So car battery and some wire mesh.
Ooh. Ooh, Adam, you're wicked. Ooh, look, roasting chipmunks on an open fire. Yeah. Spreading hot sauce between their toes. Yeah, that's a Christmas song that I used to play for the kids when I taught. It was one of my favorites, roasting chipmunks on an open fire. At Christmas time was one of my favorite Christmas songs. Yeah, I'm sick. But yeah, so anyways, those are things I've been working on. And of course, in 3D printing. Anybody see Moon Knight on Disney? The Marvel hero deals with mummies and things like that. Well, I found that a lot of people have been putting up different artifacts from that television series up for 3D printing. So I printed a few of them. I'm showing them actually on tomorrow's vlog. Am says they'll tap dance for you. Get a couple of them with cherry tomatoes on their head. Carmen Miranda. As they move around. I could talk all day about chipmunks. Okay, so this week we do have another interview. You all probably know that have been here before and probably seen it. I interviewed Adam a week ago, and that went up last Tuesday. And a lot of you said you really liked the interview and everything. Another thing, because people are still doing this. And I don't know if it's anybody that's on here today, so this point is probably moot. If you want to say something nice to the person that I've interviewed, you need to go to that person's YouTube channel and write it on their channel, because they're not going to see it on mine. Okay, unless they go in.
Yeah, because he's getting comments on his channel underneath the video that says that's directed to the person that's being interviewed, and that person's not really going to see it. So,
like, I think somebody on there, Adam, mentioned about your fabric or something, or something on there, or there was some comment made, and it was directly addressed to you, and it wasn't just a general comment kind of a thing. And the same with Kate's interviews from the last Homely House. I'm still getting people say, "Oh, Kate, I love your cat. It's so cute." Okay, that's nice. Or, "Kate, I just love you. I've been a subscriber for ages." Well, okay, but Kate doesn't see that. And I'll be really honest with you. You think I'm going to cut and paste them over onto theirs? No. No, I have other things to do. Okay, just go to their website or to their YouTube channel and write your comment there. Let them know you saw the interview and, boost their ego from there, because they're not going to see it on mine. I don't know. I think there are some people who also think that all of when they see the rebroadcast of this, when it's live, I think they think we're still there. Because I'll get people who will write something like, "Hi," and carry on a conversation. And I've had to write back to them and go, "You realize this is not live. I appreciate your comment, but it's looking like you want me to respond immediately, like talk to you like in a conversation, and don't work that way. We're not live." So at that point, only this is live. But anyways, I thought I'd bring that up. So yeah, so I had an interview this week with Marie from Marie's Scrappy Creations. She was actually on here for a while last week on the live, and she did mention that she was maybe going to try and get on again today, but I think she's got some other things she's been doing. But it's a great interview with her. Actually, every interview I've had has been great. I've learned so much from everybody that I've interviewed. Everybody's been just really, really interesting. And Marie has her own channel too called Marie's Scrappy Creations. And she basically does stuff with scraps, but not just quilt with them. She does some other interesting things with scraps as well. So it sort of broadens out what she does as a, as a creator, as a maker of things. And she's got some really good ideas for using scraps that I hadn't thought of. So you should check her out. But anyways, that interview will go up on Tuesday, and so you'll hear more about that. And I will have the link to her YouTube channel as well in the show notes next week. So let's talk about Walter's adventure at the dentist this week, shall we? So, Walter, why did you go to the dentist this week?
Well, I needed a tooth filled, and I needed one taken out.
Uh-huh. And
they went to pull the one out that I needed to have taken out. The top came off and the root's still in there.
And the dentist reacted in what way?
He didn't say any swear words, but it almost did.
Well, didn't you say that he had a look on his face? You said you heard the tooth crunching.
Yeah, I
cracking.
did. And he pulled it out, and I said actually, oh, did you get it off? I said, oh, that was fast. And he said, not really. And then he walked out the door, left the girl, what do you call it, the hygienist in there with me. And then told her to take another x-ray. And then I sort of said, okay, what's happening? And they said, he came back and showed me the x-rays. And he said, on the x-ray, it didn't look like the tooth was cracked, but it must have been cracked. So he got the whole top part of it off, but the very bottom that's like buried into my jawbone isn't still in there. So I got a referral to a dental surgeon, and I have to go tomorrow morning to see him and see what happens.
Thrilling. So, well, we've been going to this dentist for a very long time, and he's very good. But I think, didn't you say he had this panic look on his face when this happened?
Yeah.
And
he wasn't expecting, because he kept going on about, I said, well, I'm really uptight about being here and all this other stuff, because I don't get them pulled very often. And then he said, oh, no problem. It'll be really easy because the tooth is loose anyway.
and now we know why.
It was loose because it has already had a crack in it. So. And I'm sure he was a little flustered.
Well, you said he was very apologetic.
Yeah, he didn't charge me for anything.
Just as well. Yeah, is he going to pay for the dental surgeon?
No, the dental surgeon, I'm sure I have to pay for.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So there you go. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if it would be very appropriate for me, not this week, but next week I go for my checkup and cleaning, and that to mention to him when he's in doing his checkup on me, going, so, how's it been going with pulling teeth these days? Hear you had a bit of a problem. No, I don't think I'll say that, especially when he's got that pokey thing in my mouth. I'd rather not, Joe says, well, Walter, so sorry. No fun having teeth pulled.
No, I know. Yeah. So I wasn't too impressed. But actually, so far, it's healed up really quick. But I have a feeling it's not going to be too pleasant. I don't know if they're actually going to take it out tomorrow or if it's just a consultation for a future appointment. I don't know.
Wonderful. Yeah, so that's always something exciting, isn't it? It figures this would happen to you. Actually, that would be more like something that happened to me, but
I had a bad feeling about that tooth before I went in. I figured I was going in my mind, I was thinking this is not going to be an easy pull.
And it was an easy pull. It just didn't get all of it out. Yeah. Well, sounds like a real fun time. I'm glad it was you, not me. But that way. So on a more interesting note, we took a little trip in the middle of the week up to Guelph. Because there is a fabric store up there that Ron Collins, you know, the guy that Walter was taking all the classes from. He teaches a lot of classes up there at this place in Guelph.
In fact, he said he taught there for 22 years now.
Oh, so he's been there a lot.
And he doesn't live, he lives a few provinces away, so he has to fly to get there to teach at that place. And they're telling me, well, this place is actually a lot bigger inside than it looks like on the outside. And
so we thought we'd do a little road trip because it was a really nice day, and kind of when it's like that, I'm kind of antsy to go out and look at things. So we drove to Guelph. Guelph is a place, actually Guelph has a university. I went there to university for my first degree. I did at Guelph, but that was way back in the 70s when I did that. Just seems like yesterday. Of course, I don't remember much anymore about it, so whatever. So off to Guelph we went. It's about an hour and a half. It took us longer than that, though, because traffic going across the top of the city.
You'd
Toronto.
think that our 401 that has 16 lanes across wouldn't be that busy, but it was jam-packed with cars.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what time of the day you're on the 401 anymore. It's all like that. So anyways, we finally got there. Got to this place. And, well, they certainly had a lot of sewing machines. They had every brand going. They had
Bernina,
Husqvarna,
Janome.
No, Laura, it's on Paisley. Right on Paisley and...
wasn't that Woolwich?
Woolwich, yeah. So it's just north of the main downtown core of Guelph, and you'd miss it if you didn't know what it was, because it doesn't look like much. It looks like a house on the outside.
It's triangle sewing.
Yeah. So anyways, they had all kinds of sewing machines, and that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, they had very little selection in fabrics. They had a lot of notions. They had a lot of thread. They carried Metler thread, which I bought some Metler thread to try out.
Yeah, because we can't get Metler.
Yeah, we have a hard time getting Metler thread here. So I thought, well, I'll get some Metler thread. And I got a couple of notions that I know are hard to get elsewhere. So, Steve bought some, I bought a little bit of fabric, and Steve bought some fabric. So, but they didn't have a lot of selection in fabric. Now, somebody else later on had said that there's another fabric store in Guelph called M1 or something. Or
no, Make One.
Make One. And we didn't, actually, when we were there, we didn't look for any other fabric stores, so.
No, we didn't think there were any other ones, and I found that out after the fact about it. And actually, that Make One, at least their website, looks like they've got a lot of stuff to choose from. So if we're up that area again, maybe we'll check that out. But I can show you, I did purchase a little bit of stuff. There wasn't really much to be, as we've said, for fabric selection. They had some batiks, but it was the same old batiks you can get anywhere, you know, sort of the nondescript. But they did have some wide back fabric, so I bought that. But at first I thought, what appealed to me was I looked on the end of a roll, and I thought it said $21.99 for a meter, which is a really good price for 108-inch wide back fabric. No, I guess that must have got curled under or something, or it was faded. It was actually $28.99, which is not a great price, but is not a horrible price, because wide back fabric in around our area goes anywhere for, except at Shirley's, from about $27 to $32 a meter. Shirley's is $24 a meter. Still the best price in town. But she doesn't really have a lot right now to choose from. As far as color and style is concerned. And this place didn't really either, but I picked up these two to have. I bought 3 meters of each of these, so that was pricey. But what they did have was and we were talking earlier about Bags by Annie, they had a lot of the stuff that Annie sells on her website and other stores sell. And she had the mesh, She had actually about 10 different colors of mesh. I bought 3 packages of mesh in these colors, and they had soft and stable. And soft and stable is something that I can't find in around our area. Although Walter informs me, and he always does this after the fact.
Actually, I can't, we talked about this the other day, and I dig up the stuff that I have upstairs to show you, just
Yeah. Oh,
to
this
see
stuff's
if
good.
it's the same.
But
yeah.
you said that Ultimate Sewing sold it by the meter, you thought.
That's what I thought, yeah.
So next time
And
I'm in, I'll have
based
to check
on what it looks like in the bag, it looks like it's the same stuff. So
Yeah. Well, see, didn't think about that, that she'd have it. But anyways, I picked this one up, and it was the largest bag of it that they had. It's 72 by 58. This is supposedly, I've never used soft and stable before. Anytime when I make a bag and it calls for soft and stable, I use Battleizer, which is a denser, low loft kind of batting, and that seems to work fine. But this is like a foam stabilizer, and it's supposed to be really good. So anyways, I picked some of that up, but I wouldn't have picked it up if it hadn't been for the fact that they gave us they had a card. First of all, let me back up. I wasn't impressed with the help.
no.
I don't know if she was new or what, this lady. I mean, she was friendly enough, but she didn't seem to have a clue about anything in there. So I don't know if she was new, a new employee, and was just learning the ropes or what. But what was it? You were asking about the thread.
Well, actually, I was asking, I guess, a hard question because, but they didn't really explain why they didn't know. I asked about the weight of the thread that the Mettler thread it was, and they said, well, it's just a general sewing thread. I said, yeah, but is it like 40 weight or 50 weight or 60 weight? They didn't seem to know what it was, right? And I ended up, when I got home, looking it up online, and I from what I gathered, from what I read online, it's about a 60 weight thread. But they couldn't tell me, not her nor the other lady that was working in the store. So that must not be a question to get asked.
Which seems very strange to me, because they sold a lot. They had a lot of Mettler thread there, and they had Gutermann, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if they had Orifil. Did they have Orifil?
Yeah, they had Orifil as well.
So, I mean, they had a good selection of thread. You'd think they'd know more about it. But I wasn't impressed. Was it worth the drive to Guelph for this place? Not really. If you lived in the area, though, and you wanted a new sewing machine, I would say that would be a good place to check out, because they had all kinds of different makes, models, and brands of sewing machines. And it looks like they service them right there on site as well, because there was a guy sitting on just in a little alcove off from when we walked in the door, fixing sewing machines. So, you know, if you're in that area, if you live in Guelph or whatever, or outside of Guelph, that might be okay for that kind of thing. But next time we're up in that area, we'll have to check out that Make One store.
Yeah.
Because they seem to have quite a bit of stuff on their website. So, they do have a Post and More store. And the ironic part was, they're only about 2 blocks away from where we were, but we didn't know it existed. So what are people saying here? No, I have not tried Rebecca Bernina. I'm not buying a Bernina.
Jenny, yeah, I know. Jeannie, I know I'm going to, that's why I made this appointment tomorrow to see a specialist. And hopefully he can retrieve it or get it out soon. So I don't want it in there. So
yeah. Yes, Adam, that is the travel bag on the soft and stable. You have to buy the pattern though separately for that, but that's what Annie always recommends this. Well, it's her product, but I've heard good things about the soft and stable. It's just that it's not that easy for us to get unless I order it online. And so I saw this, and so I was saying, so while we were there, they gave us a card. Well, first of all, they have like a points system, you know, if you come in, and so I don't know how exactly it worked, but you could add up, you know, so many points, and then you'd get money off of things when you filled the card. I think $25 when you filled the card. And at first she asked us if we wanted a card, and we said, well, no, because we're probably not going to be here very often. Probably not at all again. But and then we thought, well, what the heck? Because she said, well, you pretty much got your card filled up with between what we both bought. We just got the one card. Well, we filled the cart. So I say, can I use this on if I order something from you online? Well, so the one they said, nah, we don't really have that set up to be able to do that. We don't know how that would work. Okay. And I said, can I use it now against something else I buy? She said, oh yeah. So I went over and got Soft and Stable. So the Soft and Stable was like $66 for that package of it. I got $25 off. So I figured, okay. I mean,
well, so obviously their stuff is marked up enough to cover one of those cards. So
yeah. Well, their fabric prices didn't seem too bad.
They weren't terrible.
Average.
They were about average.
Well, you bought some fabric, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it was $18.99
a meter. Well, that's right now seems to be about the mid-ground price for it. So around here. And I use Aurifil 50 weight for garment construction too, because it can be pressed at a high heat without melting and colors.
I usually use Aurifil, except for in my serger, I use serger polyester. I bought the Mettler polyester because the stuff I was sewing during the course, it was suggested to use polyester for sewing nylon.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so
well, polyester is a form of nylon, isn't it?
Yeah, so I bought some of the Mettler just to have it handy. I'd also like to try to use it. It was suggested that polyester was good for sewing clothing as well. So,
oh, Armando's here. Hello, Armando. Armando is a new subscriber, and Armando sent me some pictures of some of his quilts and of his stained glass creations, and I'm going to be featuring them this week on the Idiot Quilter, so you can take a look at his beautiful work. So, welcome, Armando. Adam says yes, serger. I use Gutermann.
Goldilocks. I've never heard of that.
No,
we don't have that here.
No, that must be something European. There's more available there than what we have here with that. So yeah, was it worth the trip? Well, we did go out for lunch. It's been over a year since the last time we were on a patio for lunch. We just went to a chain restaurant like Kelsey's, if you know what that is. Those of you that, I don't know, do they have Kelsey's in the States?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Anyways, it's just a roadhousey place. We were out on the patio. It was nice. It was nice and warm. We could have a beer. And, yeah, it was very civilized. Although the people sitting around us, well, inside the restaurant, people were not all, like, when they were coming in, some were wearing a mask when they came in, some weren't. Of course, in Ontario now, it's up to the individual what they want to do. Our waitress was wearing a mask, but there was another waitress that wasn't wearing a mask. So, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Well, it's Guelph. Yeah. It's real Ontario. We forget that because we live here, where we live in proximity to Toronto, right? And as soon as you get out of this area, the real Ontario exists. That we kind of forget is out there with it all. But anyways, I don't want to go too deep on that. Some of you are in Ontario and don't live in the province.
Yeah, some of the people on here live in the real Ontario.
Yeah, live in the real Ontario. Don't live in where we live. So let's see what's else up. Okay, speaking of masks and stuff like that too. So we can now get our 4th shot. So we need, after you get your tooth sorted out, we need to book our appointment and get our second booster, which is really our 4th shot from that. And yeah, it's like, you know, if it's just not, you know, I was going to say, it's just not normal if you don't get a shot every other month anymore. You know, like it's May, time for a shot. You know, kind of a deal. Not the kind of shot you'd usually like to have. So speaking of May and everything, next weekend is long weekend here in Canada, the Victoria weekend, or as we commonly refer to it, the 2-4 weekend, May 24th. And that's traditionally when people, the unofficial start of summer for us here. I mean, summer really doesn't start until the 21st by the seasonal calendar of June, but May the 24th is the unofficial start, and that's when people go up to their cottages and, you know, open them up if they're not a year-round cottage, that kind of thing. So when people go out and buy their flowers, so flower centers are always plugged full of people, and then people can wear white, because you can't wear white until after the 24th of May, and you never wear white after Labor Day. No. And don't tell me there's winter white, because there is no such thing as winter white. All right. That's just my pet peeve on that. I was always brought up with that. You don't wear white before the 24th of May. So that's coming up. And I think I've looked it up. I thought maybe there was a long weekend holiday for the Americans too next weekend. I thought that might be Memorial Day, but according to the calendar, that doesn't happen until the weekend after or something, is their Memorial weekend.
Yeah.
So anyways, but we'll be here. Okay. Long weekend. We're not going anywhere. So, and you stay away from the flower centers on that long weekend. Oh, they're in there just grabbing every pansy they can find.
Yeah, I'll go during the week sometime if I'm feeling okay. So.
Oh, Joe says snow is winter white.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Hadn't thought of that. Well, is it? Snow can go brown. Snow can go yellow. Never eat yellow snow. Yeah, that's the first rule that you learn as a little kid. But it's so tasty. It's lemonade. No, it's not. Don't eat it. So, warm weather is here right now. Hopefully it will stay. It'll be nice if we have a nice warm summer in the whole bit. And when we get a warm summer, that's when I want to travel. And we have talked about it. We haven't talked any more about it, though. Whether or not we're going to drive to the East Coast or whatever, or go to Newfoundland.
I don't know if Newfoundland's in the cards.
I don't know. I think that's
too
a
hard
bit
to get to.
Yeah,
So we might do the East Coast. So
yeah, we haven't done the East Coast in 40 years, so
yeah,
I hear it's still there, or something. We'll have to wait and see. It depends, but it'd be nice to be able to go somewhere this year. In fact, my birthday's always in July, so we used to, and I think I've mentioned this before, before COVID, haven't done it in a couple of years, we used to go and make a sort of a 3-day trip, and we'd go into the area around Guelph that we were at before, but a little further west of that, Mennonite country, and hit all the quilting stores, and I just go ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching when I walked in. Well, Walter's been doing some research. A lot of the places we used to go to don't exist anymore. They got wiped out by COVID. So I don't know if that's really worth it anymore. As says, we wear white after Easter until Labat. Labor Day. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Yeah, it's an old wives' tale. I don't know about that, but that was always a big joke about that. If you want to get ladies all upset, turn around and tell them, you can't wear that. It's after the it's not the 24th of May yet. You're wearing white. Don't do that. I guess there was a day and age when there were proper etiquette said. Why? I don't know. Maybe because it was still a chance that it might be a little muddy and stuff out there and you didn't want to get your whites all spotted. I have no idea. I don't wear white at the best of times, so I don't care. Yeah, so that's what we're thinking about maybe instead. I don't know. We have to see how things are going. They're talking now, at least here in Ontario, that it's going to be a good summer according to our top doctor. COVID is on the decline and all that shit, and I don't believe a word that comes out of that man's mouth. He's a quack.
Well, no, they got an election coming up in June.
Yeah, so that's why they're saying all
making
these
all these positive announcements so that we are fooled into the fact that
yeah, I think we are. The thing is, the election that's coming up in a few weeks. Time to Ontario provincial election. And I got a notification the other day that I needed to renew my driver's license and my health card. Usually you have to do those every 5 years, kind of a deal. And of course, they have it all online. So you just go in, you push a few buttons, and away you go, and you've got new stuff. Not. I went through pages after pages. I answered every question in the book they asked me. To the very last page, for it to come up and say, nope, you can't do it online. apparently I have to have my picture taken for my license. I have to have a new picture. So that means I have to go physically to an Service Ontario spot and do it all there. Yeah, making your life wonderful. And I don't know why you couldn't just take a picture and send it into, because you might be stealing somebody's identity. I don't know. Kathy says, Walter, good luck with your oral surgery.
Yep. Thank you.
I'm hoping it's going well.
We'll see.
We have to live here with them. It's all right. You'll notice today what we're not drinking. I have a sparkling water, strawberry watermelon. Still not sure whether I like it. And Walter has a big glass of water because Walter can't have any alcohol.
Well, I don't even know if they're going to do anything tomorrow. But just in case, it says on their form, don't drink anything don't drink any alcohol 24 hours before you come. So just being as cautious as I can be before I go. So
yeah. Well, he had a little pain this morning. Like in this area, like chest pain. And
I popped an aspirin. Now I'm thinking, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, so
we'll see. I'll tell them about it. But I'll see. I've been reading online that they don't really care that much about the aspirin. So.
Oh. Well, I don't think one will kill you. Or maybe it will. Well, I don't know.
It just makes you keep bleeding.
The blood comes out. Yeah. Well,
I'll just drain dry, right?
Yeah, right. So, what else is coming up this next week? The highlight of it is your tooth, I guess. Hopefully I'm picking up my sewing machine back. Find out how much that's going to cost me. Probably won't be that bad. I know it's going to cost me a minimum of $100, but I'm sure there's going to have to be a part replaced or something. So yeah, 200. Who knows with that. And you know, anything else exciting coming up? No, nothing. Nothing's happening. With that. So, what's everybody else doing? Anybody having an exciting week coming up? Anybody doing something thrilling? Anybody got, plans they want to share? Have you got your new computer, Larsis? Nope. No, they changed the date. It was supposed to come in the first week of May. Then I went and checked on it again. Now it's anytime between June the 9th and June the 23rd. Apparently, Apple is backlogged on their orders because things are tied up in Shanghai on their shipping, because Shanghai has been, I don't know if it still is, but they lock Shanghai down as tight as you know what, because of COVID. And so that's caused a delay on anything coming from that part of the world. So I'm not in a rush. I can wait for it. I guess I have no choice. I'm going to have to wait.
Adam says, was it in for service? She missed that part of the conversation.
Oh, you mean my sewing machine, Adam? No. I wrecked it. I broke my feed dogs because I was trying to, hem a pair of jeans. And
you don't know if you broke your feed dogs.
Well, I set them off because they're not pulling. Actually, it's only one little set of feed dogs on there. And I can't tell if they got bent a little bit or what. But anyways, we'll find out with that. It was my fault completely. Patsy says no plans until September. So what do you got planned for September, Patsy? Going on a cruise? Going to an exotic place? Teresa says, hope your machine doesn't cost too much. My machines have been fine lately. The car is another story. Had it in for an AC repair. We're $1,500 in and not fixed yet. At least they gave me a loaner.
AC repairs are expensive.
Yeah,
so.
My car's AC is not working anymore either, but we just take Walter's car. So mine's
still working, so.
And I've had mine fixed before. But my car's old. My car's a 2008 Honda Civic. Still looks good except for a broken mirror. But we won't go there. And all I want to say is, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah. The sewing machine, actually, the guy that fixes the sewing machines for Shirley, he's very good, and usually the price is very reasonable. I mean, and I figured while it's in, I might as well have the whole thing, tuned up, cleaned out, the whole bit. Might as well get it in there and have everything done. In September, Pat says traveling from Mississippi to Pennsylvania to visit my sister, road trip. Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah, I hope your gas prices go down.
Yeah, geez.
Ours are pretty awful.
Yeah.
We're over $2 a liter, so that works out to about $8 American.
And
$8 Canadian.
Yeah, $8 Canadian. So Americans still have it cheaper than what we have it right now. Eddie says, I just booked a surprise trip to Vienna for my hubby. Oh, that'll be nice, Eddie. When do you go for that? Of course, gas has to be astronomical. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Really. I still believe we're just being gouged. Yeah, I know. It all has to do with the stock market. It has to do with Russians invading Ukraine. It has to do with COVID, all this stuff. I just think gas companies take advantage of all those kind of things, use those as an excuse to up the prices with it. Laura says 208 in Guelph today for gas. Well, yeah. I think that's what it is in Toronto right now, too. Might be even a little bit more than that in Toronto.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is out
well,
here.
no, 208. It's probably 208 in Toronto, too, so.
Yeah, so, yeah. Of course, another way that our government could help us out with the price of gas is they could drop the carbon tax. That's how much? 21 cents something like a liter or something like that? And I still don't understand why putting a tax on gas is going to be good for the environment. How's that work?
Sending him out on his own.
Oh. Okay. I mean, there's so many questions I could ask you right now about that.
Why Vienna?
Why Vienna? Yeah, why Vienna? Adam says it's £1.85 per liter here. So that's about the same as what it'd be here, because I think a pound is, what's a pound right now?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Judy uses premium. Yeah. Jeannie loves Vienna. Well, Jeannie, maybe you can get Eddie to put you on the same flight with his other half. Eddie won't mind paying. Go for it. Are you looking up the pound, how much it is right now? Isn't gas usually in the United Kingdom a little higher?
It's $2.93 Canadian.
Oh my God! Holy, $2.93, almost $3 Canadian. Wow, Adam.
Except you don't have to drive as far as we do.
Yeah. Kathy says $4.40 per gallon. Okay, so that's
$4.40 per
that's
gallon.
$1.10 a liter. Roughly,
yeah.
US. So that's still a lot cheaper than what we're paying. Yeah. So that's about what, $1.50 a liter.
It is $5.69 Canadian. So $5.69 Canadian.
Walter's working math out here.
It's about $1.42 a liter here.
Well, that's cheap.
Yeah, we're paying over $2.
Yeah.
It's $1.42. What you're paying is $1.42 Canadian. We're paying $2.08 Canadian. So.
Okay, Neil Smith says, if I missed your answer to this previously, I apologize because I'm up and down today. Why will you never have a Bernina? I just bought one. Laugh out loud. I know I can ask you because you will be honest. Oh, it isn't that I would never have a Bernina. It's just that right now I can't really justify, which I never have a problem justifying anything. I already have, I love my M7, Janome M7. I have a Skyline S7 Janome as well. I don't know, Berninas, if I was to get a Bernina, well, first of all, I thought about getting something like the 597 or the 590. 590. And trying that out. There's a Bernina.
No, there's see, we're used to 9mm wide stitches, so anything we get, it's going to have to be a 9mm wide stitch. So that, I think the bottom of the line 9mm stitch is $2,200 for a bottom of the line one.
Yeah.
So, Like, I mean, the machine I have works fine for what I do. And why do I have to go to the expense of buying a new one? I looked at the Berninas and they look interesting, but right now I don't really want to buy another sewing machine. So,
Well, everybody that has a Bernina loves a Bernina. It's like a cult, okay? It's drinking the Bernina Kool-Aid kind of a thing. There's a place not far from us that deals in Berninas, Quilter Quilting. You've heard me talk about them before. And if I was to seriously consider getting a Bernina, I would go there to get it because I would trust them and I would want to try it out. But for me to actually buy one, and I'd still like to try one out to see what it feels like, because all sewing machines have a different feel to them. And so I'd like to go try one of the Berninas and see how it feels when I use it. Now, it might not feel any more spectacular than what I'm used to with my M7, or what I'm afraid of is I might go, oh my God, this is like hot knife through butter. I want one of these. The other thing is, I really love my dealer of Janome here, Shirley. Looks after me well, you know, and so that's why we have Janomes to start with, because of that. And she's much more conveniently located to us if I need servicing than if I had to get the Bernina serviced at Quilter Quilting. Not that they are miles away from us, but they are half an hour away from us. Whereas Shirley's only 10 minutes away from us, sort of a thing, depending on traffic. But that's the only reason. But it's not, I don't have anything against Bernina. There's a whole mystique around Berninas. So I guess you've entered into the world of the Bernina cult. Now, so there'll be no living with you. You'll be going around, yes, I have a Bernina. And Bernina people talk like that. Okay, I'm serious. Every time I've been on an online, sew day or something like that, and people start talking about their machines, the ones that have Berninas will always hold back a bit, and then just when you think it's safe to get into the conversation, well, I wouldn't know because I have a Bernina. La-di-da with it.
Adam says he has a 570QE, which he just bought. It's 9mm, fabulous machine. He had a 6600P at one point and hated it. And he has a Juki and he likes it.
Yeah.
I have a 6700 Janome, and I like it.
So, Adam, why then? What do you like better about the Bernina over the Janome 6600?
Well, he said it says it, the way it stitches.
Well, what way is it stitches?
About the way Bernina stitches compared to other brands.
Well, what is that way? So does that mean I'd have to try one out to see what people are talking about? And then I'm afraid I want one. And then, being me, I won't want the bottom of the line one.
Well, that's just me too. I'm looking at 590s. So I don't know. Maybe someday. Maybe not right now.
I don't know. Right now, yeah. But anyways, let's see if things are scrolling off here.
Bernina's the Apple of the sewing machine world.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I'm just looking here at what people are saying. Gas prices. Teresa says, I don't like that Bernina doesn't fit universal feet. Oh, and theirs are too pricey. I have heard that. But the Janome feet are pricey too. And, quite frankly, I'm not a believer in buying a universal foot. If it's a Janome, I will buy a Janome foot. I've never bought anything
generic foot.
I've never bought a generic foot. I don't know. I've never had a bad experience because I've never tried it. So something in me says if you got a Janome machine, buy Janome feet. If you got a Bernina machine, buy Bernina feet. I mean, I see those things on Facebook all the time and on the internet, that Madame Sews, you get like 3,000 feet for $39.99 or something. And I don't know. I know some people, I have talked to some people that have had good luck with those. They say they're great. But I don't know. I have no idea with it. I'm not willing to take the chance, I guess. Just going down here. Kathy loves her Bernina. It is old. I bought it about 1996. Sounds so solid when it runs. And about the way a Bernina stitches compared to other brands. Okay, we're talking about that. I guess the only way I'll be able to do that is I'd have to test drive one to see. But then they'd expect me to buy it.
No, then you might want to buy
Yeah,
it.
well, that's, and you know me.
Yeah.
Wrap it. Neil Smith, well, I messed up that last comment and didn't get to edit it. Oh, what was the last comment?
Well, that's one maybe something about why did you want to...
Oh, well, okay. I didn't know it was messed up. Marilyn's a Bernina fan here. Yeah. Yeah, the Bernina cult. I will have to get an attitude. And I think it comes with the machine. Yeah. Janet has a Bernina B750 QE. Love it. Bernina, not Berninger. Okay. Bernina is the apple. Yeah, we talked about that. Oops. Okay. Bernina forever. Yeah, you see, I have never heard anybody say anything negative about Bernina machine. I have heard negative things about Janome. And some of them came from me. But it's so much more precise and accurate, Adam says. Every stitch is perfect. There is never a skip stitch, etc. It's weird. It's like drinking tea from China versus ceramic. When I first read that, it said like drinking tea from China. I thought like I was thinking China the country, not China the cup. Well, I've never had a skip stitch on my Janomes.
Well, I don't have any problems with my stitches either.
No, so, and if I've had any problems with my stitches, it was me, it was not the machine. Judy says, I have both. My advice is to stay with what you have. Well, you know, stay with what you know, right? And if it's not giving you problems, like I said, I've never tried a Bernina. If ignorance is bliss. If I don't ever try a Bernina, I don't know what
Well, I
I'm
know
missing.
that the front-loading bobbin does... I believe that front-loading bobbin doesn't cause as many problems as the top-loading bobbins.
Yeah. And Needlesmith says, my new is a B770 QE. I've had it for over a month, class in a couple of weeks, so I'm limping along with the book for now. My Singer feet became a problem, and shaft couldn't be replaced. Yeah, well, Singers are not, the new Singers I have heard are not what they were at one time when they were first, you know, way back when everybody had a Singer. Front-loading bobbins instead of dropping causes so fewer problems, plus the bobbins are enormous. Yeah, we've heard that about them.
Yeah, size is important, right?
Yeah, size matters. Size always matters. And Marilyn agrees with the bobbin. Yeah, it's an expensive investment, Em. Juki's the best. I've heard that, Anne, that for straight stitching, Juki's are really good. Juki's, though, are not really something that are readily available here in our area.
Well, in the specific area of Ontario that we
Yeah.
live in, if you're in Toronto, it's probably...
Oh, you probably could get one there, yeah. Jeannie says, I have Bernina. I don't think I'm any better than anyone else with it. Another brand. Oh, Jeannie, I don't know. When you mention Bernina, there's a little spark comes from your eyes, a little glow. I'm only making fun of that.
Yeah, well, all sewing machines can be expensive. It doesn't matter, especially when you get into the upper models.
Neil says, I watch Adam, but he doesn't have an attitude. Yeah, it's a joke. Jeez, people. Some of you have been here long enough. You should be used to my sense of humor by now. And I want to see more likes. Let's go with this. If you're going to insult me, I want more likes. I'll put up with anything if you give me more likes. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, yeah. Maybe down the road someday. But right now I'm happy with my M7. And the only reason it's in for repair was me. It was not the fault of the machine. It was the fault of the user. So like I said, I was an idiot when I was doing that. So anyways, yep, I think that's it for today. Can't think of anything else to tell you. What's coming up? Already told you that. Check out the latest interview on Tuesday. It'll go up with Marie from Scrappy Creations. Marie's Scrappy Creations. And if you haven't checked out Adam's YouTube channel, make sure you do, because it's well worth the time. And Adam, we need to discuss doing some sort of a collab or something. Adam, I have another proposal for you too someday, but I was thinking maybe when I do my fall retreat, you could be one of my guest speakers. We'll talk about that. Laura says, what's on the 3D printer today? Well, I'm making another ruler holder for my sewing table, and I'm making little, I'll show you. I'm making circular templates in various sizes. When I was doing that Peacekeeper bag, one of the instructions was to round the corners, and what they were showing on the video was they had these acrylic circles, just plain cut out, like the same thing as your rulers are cut out of, circles, and she was using a 2.5-inch circle. Now you can buy them. You can buy them in a package. I think they're around 40 or 50 bucks for an assortment of them. And I thought, well, why couldn't I make these? They're just circles on my 3D printer. And I thought, well, somebody's probably already done this. So I went looking. Yes, somebody had already done one for every size you can think of. So this is the inside diameter of this will give you a 2.5-inch circle. The outside will give you a 3.5-inch circle. This one is a solid block. It gives you a 1.5-inch circle. I'm printing one now that the outside circle will give you a 6-inch circle. The inside will give you 4.5. I'm going to print a few others in other sizes as well. But these will work fine for when I need to draw a circle or I need to round a corner on something or whatever. And why not? I have the technology. Might as well use it. And they're in pretty colors too. So yeah, that's what's on the printer today. Marilyn says, good luck, Walter. I liked. I can only like once. I know. I'm so sorry. Okay, but thanks anyways for the sentiment. Okay, guys, we're going to let you go. Thanks for joining us again today. Check out the videos that come up next week, and I hope everybody has a good week. And remember, Bernina people, we love you too. Anyways, it's time to say goodbye. Say goodbye, Walter.
Goodbye.